The Oyo Hotel is consistently rated one of the very worst properties in all of Las Vegas. Complaints lodged in reviews online by travelers include things like broken elevators, dirty rooms, safety precautions, and general safety as the area as being the main issues. Now, when faced with these kinds of complaints and problems, most hotels in Las Vegas would try to do better and fix things bit by bit. But instead of that, the Oyo, what did they do? They invented a fake hotel, put it online, and sold it directly to you. Because right now, on Booking.com, Expedia, and Travelocity, there's a hotel called Palette Las Vegas. Beautiful photos, glowing listings. The only problem? Neither of these hotels actually exist. And like one traveler in a now very viral TikTok video said, she purposely avoided this hotel because of its bad reputation, only to be tricked to show up and find out that there was no difference, there was no new hotel. And in just a few minutes, I'm gonna walk right into the front desk and ask them these specific questions. Nevada's a one-party consent state when conversations are taking place. If I walk in and they tell me to leave because they don't want my camera in there, we're gonna do exactly that. But this investigation gets to the bottom of things. Is it just a sub-brand that they sell online? Or is there something nefarious about what's happening at the Oyo Las Vegas? And for legal reasons, these are just my opinions. Nothing I say here is actual fact. Do your own research. Don't harass anybody in this video. This is a police bus full of inmates. That's what they transport the prisoners in. So at least they're getting a tour of the strip. Because if it's just a test to see which result gets more clicks, why are the prices different? Why does everything seem like it's AI generated? I'm recording. Is that okay? I wanted to ask you guys questions about the palette thing. Am I not allowed to record in here? Okay. Is there a manager I can talk to, or does that matter? All right. Well, we're going to respectfully go home, which is I am. Did you guys know about this place? We're walking out because they asked me to. Did you guys know this place is selling online as the Palette Hotel?
No, I did not.
Did you know that?
I saw that.
Yeah, they're charging. Yeah, they're charging more money for this place too. So you're staying at the Palette Hotel technically. Is it good?
That's crazy.
Would you stay here again?
No, I would not.
Yeah, we had a bunch of problems with our rooms.
Right there. That's the Palette Hotel Las Vegas, right?
Yeah. No, that's the same pool.
That's the same pool. That's what I'm saying. So this is the same hotel.
Oh.
It's the same rooms, right?
We didn't have palette. I don't
No, you don't have to set palette on it.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, like you don't. Like, look at this.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's weird, right? So you heard it from some guests. I think the best course of action right now is probably just to go back to the studio and compute everything, okay? We're just gonna rip it all apart. I'm gonna show you all of the listings, and then you can decide for yourself. So I'm gonna snap our fingers on the count of 3 and say back to the studio, 3, 2. Now, before we dig into fake listings and scammy looking, most likely AI'd photos allegedly, because again, it's my opinion, nothing here is true. Go do your independent research. I'm saying that for the lawyers that watch this video. I think it's important that we take a look at what Oyo really is, because to most people in North America, it's a very strange brand that has just been living in Vegas for a very long time. So Oyo is an Indian brand from the country of India, and they're owned mostly by a private equity company called Prism, and they work off of a model. This is why there was actually 2 Oyo hotels in Las Vegas. And you can see from the photo right here, dated back to 2022, the Oyo Hotel, the Gateway Motel near historic Fremont Street. And it's fair to say, just like the main Oyo on the Las Vegas Strip, this hotel did not have good reviews either. Now, Oyo has a heavy presence in India. That is their core market. Remember that. We're coming back to it in a moment. So why would they target Las Vegas? Well, it's really quite simple. There are almost 1.5 billion people living in the world who are of Indian origin. When they travel in the United States and see the brand that they're familiar with, where do you think they're going to stay? The Palette.com website, interestingly enough, doesn't exist anymore. If we go to Booking.com right now and we click on the link, basically loops us just back to the mainbooking.com page for Las Vegas. And boy, oh boy, are we in luck, because it looks like it is still live on Expedia. So welcome to the Palette Las Vegas, a 2-star hotel with only one review, because the listing is very, very new. Here it is at 1117 East Tropicana, exactly where I was standing in that video, across the street from the MGM Grand, of course. And we can take a look from the one review that we have here. The name of the hotel is incorrect. It was not the Palette, it was the Oyo. Difficult to find, no signage about name changes. That's because there were no name changes, and all of the photos were badly done AI. But more on that in a second. It was a 19-story building with one functioning elevator when we arrived. The next morning, there were no functioning elevators, not even the service elevator. Listen to this. This review goes on. You got to hear this. It says there were no directions on how to exit the building. The stairwells said if you entered them, you had to go out the first floor to exit. It was possible to go to the 10th floor. These folks had quite the journey trying to actually get to the ground floor. And they add they're glad that there's no fire or medical emergency. Somebody could have lost their lives. The hotel does reply, though. What do they have to say about it? The hotel says, "Thank you for sharing your experience with us. We sincerely apologize for the lack of signage, non-functioning elevators, our serious concerns that we are addressing with urgency." But are they really? Because what are they putting forward with this listing? Would you book this hotel if you saw the images in the listing? Check out these gorgeous images of the rooms. They look like any other standard nice room in Vegas. However, we do have the Hooters logo behind these two women. If you don't know, this used to be called the Hooters Hotel before it was the Oyo. But there we have our fake images with palette being strewn across the beds, and happy guests in a happy room for the Palette Hotel that, again, doesn't entirely exist. And this story has gone national now. Everything from our local review journal to Parade magazine, somehow even Men's Journal thought that this was click-worthy. This was brought to everybody's attention by influencer and mega rock star Vegas Starfish, who has a massive following over on X and TikTok. She posted up this photo, which is really all you have to see. Let's watch this video together.
The dirtiest hotel in Las Vegas is up to something so shady that if it's not illegal, it should be. Stop what you're doing and listen to this so you can avoid being scammed. Talking about the Oyo, and it's bad. When I stayed there, there was human enthusiasm all over the walls. The mattress was stained. It smelled bad. So today I see a video from this creator saying she was tricked and trapped by the Oyo, and I lock in because I'm expecting a funny story, only it's not funny. It's kind of terrifying, and I feel like everybody needs to know. And all this background footage is from my stay at the Oyo, so enjoy this while I explain. Her and her friend were visiting to go to a concert. They know a little bit about Vegas, but not about all the hotels. They know enough to know to avoid Oyo, so they were looking at other hotels in the area. When searching reputable sites, they found a new hotel with beautiful pictures, walking distance from all the major attractions and the Strip, and it was incredibly affordable. This hotel, Palette Las Vegas, is on all of the major booking sites. Look at that picture. Doesn't it look nice? Only it doesn't exist. They list over 40 AI-generated pictures, and if you search the hotel address, it comes up as the Oyo. Because it is the Oyo. That's the Oyo front desk with Palette AI imposed on it. Palette shows up on credible sites like Expedia, Booking, and Trip, all as a new listing, which implies it's a new hotel or new place to stay. I'll let the original poster share how it was explained to her when she checked in.
Palette Las Vegas, what up? And she goes, oh, that's us. This is Oyo. And she goes, oh, they just put the listing up to see which ad or which will gain more traction.
The front desk agent was honest that this was just an attempt to get more people in the door, a marketing effort. But what's the difference in marketing and fraud in this case? The guest went on to share that while she was there, the elevators were broken and she had to walk down from the 18th floor, which tracks because that happened during my stay too. And that Palette wasn't the only fake Oyo listing. She found another one called Collection O. So she approached the front desk and said, hey, I kind of feel like I've been tricked. I'd like a refund. And they said, nope, sorry, no refunds. I feel like this is a really big deal. Imagine you've planned a trip, you know which properties to avoid, you find a great deal on one that looks good, so you trust these reputable sites, your entire vacation is ruined. So anyway, I've just booked my stay at the Palette Hotel and I cannot wait to check it out. It's a new property in town and it looks fantastic. I'll let you know how it goes because I definitely definitely plan on talking to them when I go to check-in and it's the Oyo. I'll tag the original creator below. Please share this with anyone planning a trip to Vegas. I'll put more information in the comments. Follow me for all the Vegas.
All right, so you saw that, and then you can judge for yourself. Now, whether or not this is simply a marketing A/B test, like we said earlier in the video, in order to gauge interest and see if they can drive more traffic, if that were the case, I'd have no problem with this. YouTube people do this all the time. We'll put different thumbnails and different titles on videos and run split tests. It's one of the oldest marketing methods out there. You see what works best and you do more of it. But what about the price? Let's take a look and see. Are they trying to oversell this, overpromise, and overcharge? And as it turns out, we'll never know. Because as it stands right now, with investigations going on by the major travel websites to sort this all out, it turns out you can't even book the hotel over on Expedia.com. Not only that, it has been removed entirely from Booking.com. Luckily for me, when I saw this pop up on my radar, I recorded everything. Because yesterday, the same stay at the same property on the same dates were selling on Booking.com for $33 more at the fake AI hotel that they're telling us is just an A/B split test. So is the Oyo somewhere you should stay? I'm not here to give those kinds of recommendations to you. I'll tell you that it wouldn't be a fit for me or my family. Any hotel with real-time reviews that claim that it's dirty or the elevators don't work is just off my radar entirely. But you do what's best for you. I've been working in or around the Las Vegas Strip for almost 22 years. And what I've learned is that to some people, when they close their eyes, every room looks exactly like the Bellagio inside. If you made it this far in the video, hopefully you've dropped us a comment and given us a subscribe. Coming up next week, we're filming a video on the impending doom of a major Las Vegas hotel that you all know and love. But then again, that looks to be just another Vegas AI hoax. My name is Stephen J. Campbell. This is Not Leaving Las Vegas. If you want to get more of this channel, click on channel memberships. We've been posting hours of content on there, and we'll be posting more and more. It's just unfiltered thoughts and experiments and practices that I don't put on the main channel, completely supplementary to the main channel. If you want to learn how I trade the markets, there's a YouTube link below. You can go check out my other channel, which is all about making money on the futures markets. Like, share, subscribe, and until we meet the next time, just keep swimming, and just remember, no matter what happens, even if you get scammed by a hotel pretending to be something it isn't, God's got this.